me show you how we're going to use the new carrot and celery juicer, the REVO830 cold press juicer, to juice celery. Now previously, if you're juicing in a cold press juicer, in all the other Kuvings models, you need to cut lengthways, you need to cut across the celery because it's got that stringy fibre that runs down the celery. Look at that, runs down that celery, right? If you don't cut that across, that would wrap around the press. With the new REVO830, you don't need to do the cutting anymore because the auger has the automatic cutting for us. So let me show you how I would do it at home. I get a little bit of paper towel. Let me just wet this. So I've got my paper towel. It's nice and wet. I've got my celery. And all I need to do, let me change that one. Get a nice clean jug here. All I want to do, break off the celery, get your paper towel, and just give that stalk a little wipe. A little wipe. Now with the leaves, you can juice them if you want. If not, they're a bit bitter. If you're new to juicing celery, just break them off. And I'll show you how we can just add the whole celery straight into the top. And you can see here, look at the auger as it's spinning around, it's cutting the celery for me, so I don't have to do the work. A little bit of pressure on the top, just feeding it down, and then it'll keep doing it. I'm going to the next one, just give it a little wipe. It's already quite clean. Break off the leaves, put your next piece in. Now I've got the cap closed here. You could have it straight open and releasing the celery juice, but I'm just going to keep it in the bowl for now. Now this is a nice thick piece of celery, so just give it a squeeze so it's in half and it'll fit down. If your celery is really thin, you could put 2 or even 3 sticks in at a time, but don't overdo it. With the leaves, just break them off, a few leaves, not too bad, and have a look here. This is the really exciting part about the celery juicer. Look how dry, no moisture, completely dry, coming out of the juicer. So you might be following a health protocol, a medical medium who has written a book on celery juice, helping people with digestive issues, drinking celery. If you're someone who's drinking celery every day, then this might be the juicer to help you extract the most amount of juice out of your celery, because it'll work out cheaper for you if you're getting more juice out of the celery. I personally love drinking celery juice. I have it every morning. I've been drinking celery juice every day for about 4 years. It's the first thing I drink in the morning, and I've really noticed lots of benefits for digestion, increasing the body's ability to digest. Okay, so let's release this here. Have a look how much juice I've got out of that bunch of celery. When you start to get down to the bottom parts, I'll show you what I do. So we'll get that stick in. When you get down to the bottom, you just cut that little end off. We don't want that cut oxidized part going into the juicer. So we just cut that off, and then I'm going to put it in upside down. Okay, so when I put it in upside down, so that those leaves go through the juicer, we just do it this way. And then you can use your plunger, if you need to just push that last little bit through. So how easy was that? Instead of doing this, which was how we would traditionally do it, And you can still do it that way and feeding it in the top. We can now use the third shoot, the new shoot on this juicer to just feed whole stalks of celery. I'm really excited about this one. Okay, so let me just close that there. Oh, there's still a little bit more going through there, but have a look. A whole bunch of celery, pretty much a whole bunch of celery has been reduced to that tiny little amount of pulp. And look how much juice I've got. You can see normally I'll use the bigger jug for catching the juice, and I use the smaller jug for catching the pulp, because you get a lot more juice out than you do pulp. Let's pop that into a glass and have a look. Showing you my pouring skills. There we go, have a look at that. So we've got a nice glass. That's a 420 ml glass, so I've easily got over half a litre from juicing that bunch of celery. Of course, the taste test. If you've not juiced celery juice before, make sure you leave out the leaves. And with celery, it's very seasonal. So sometimes if celery's not in season, you're still getting it in the shops, right? But it hasn't got a lot of juice. So you might get a whole bunch of juice and only get 300 mils out of it. Other times when celery's really abundant and juicy, and you can take a whole bunch of celery and you can get like a litre of juice out of it. So don't worry how much juice you're getting out of it. The other thing is celery can get quite soft and floppy if it's not crisp and fresh. That's also going to affect how well it juices, so really look for market fresh, crisp, it should snap celery as you're buying your produce.